The next incident of this kind, in point of date, takes us back to the locality about which Pontoppidan wrote, and where the animal vouched for by Captain de Ferry was seen. In 1847, a London daily paper published a lengthy account translated from the Norse journals, detailing fresh appearances of the sea serpent. The report stated that it had recently been frequently sighted near Kristiansand and Molde. In the large bay at Kristiansand, it was reportedly seen every year, but only in the warmest weather, when the sea was perfectly calm and the surface unruffled. The testimonies of 3 respectable individuals were recorded: Nils Rowe, a workman employed by Mr. William Knutson, who had seen the creature twice; John Johnson, a merchant; and Lars Jonowen, a fisherman from Smolten. The latter claimed to have seen it on several occasions. One afternoon during the dog days of summer, while sitting in his boat, he saw it twice within 2 hours, each time at very close range. It came as near as 6 feet from him. Alarmed, he commended his soul to God and laid down in the boat, raising only his head to observe the creature. It passed by, disappeared, and then returned. However, a breeze sprang up, and it sank, not to be seen again. He described it as about 6 fathoms long, with a body as round as a serpent's and 2 feet in diameter. The head was as large as a 10-gallon cask, with large, round, red, sparkling eyes about 5 inches across. Just behind the head, a mane resembling a fin began along the neck and spread outward on both sides while swimming. Both the head and mane were the color of mahogany. The body was smooth, its movements alternately fast and slow, and it moved in a serpentine, up and down motion. The few undulations made by the parts of the body and tail above water were scarcely a fathom long, and not so high that he could see beneath them. In support of this account, Mr. Soren Knutson, Dr. Hoffman, a surgeon in Molde, Rector Hammer, Mr. Kraft, a curate, and several others testified to seeing a sea serpent of considerable size near Kristiansand. Mr. William Knutson and Mr. Bocklum, a candidate for holy orders, also provided accounts of the creature that largely matched the previous descriptions, though they added notable observations. They reported, its movements were undulating and so forceful that white foam appeared in front and on the sides, extending several fathoms. It did not rise very high out of the water. The head was long and small in proportion to the throat, which was much thicker, suggesting it was perhaps adorned with a mane. Sharif Ghachi confirmed a similar sighting, though he said he could not determine the creature's full length or see its extremities. Behind the head, there appeared to be a mane the same color as the rest of its body. One more Norwegian account is especially important. The Venerable P. W. Dienbolt, Archdeacon of Molde, recounted the following incident, which occurred on July 28, 1845. J.C. Lund, bookseller and printer; G.S. Crow, merchant; Christian Flang, Lund's apprentice; and John Elgenses, a laborer, were fishing on Romsdal Fjord. After a warm, sunny day, the sea was perfectly calm. Around 7 o'clock in the evening, near the ballast place and Molde Hui, they observed a long marine animal slowly moving forward. It appeared to propel itself with 2 fins located on the front part of its body near the head, as evidenced by the boiling water on either side. The visible portion of its body was estimated to be 40 to 50 feet long and moved in snake-like undulations. The body was round, dark-colored, and several ells thick. They saw water disturbed behind the creature, indicating more of its body was submerged. They clearly perceived it as one continuous animal due to its movement. When the creature was about 100 yards from their boat, they observed its forepart in more detail. It ended in a sharp snout, and its massive head rose from the water in a semicircular arc, the lower half not visible. The head was dark brown with smooth skin. They did not see eyes, a mane, or any bristles. When the creature was about a musket shot away, Lund fired at it, confident he struck its head. The animal dove but resurfaced immediately, lifting its neck like a snake about to strike. It straightened its body with apparent difficulty and charged at the boat like an arrow. They reached the shore just in time. Realizing it had entered shallow water, the creature dove and disappeared into the depths. This was the sworn statement of 4 men, credible witnesses, with no reason to doubt their honesty or judgment. No one can reasonably claim they were too frightened to observe events accurately, given how near the creature came. On the Norwegian coast, few still doubt the existence of the sea serpent. The author of this narrative admits he was once skeptical, never having seen the creature himself. But after reviewing numerous credible testimonies, he no longer dares to doubt its existence. We may, in good faith, accept the accounts of all the respectable witnesses cited. There is no reason to suspect any were dishonest in recounting what they saw. The last event, in particular, is described so clearly and precisely that it offers an important clue to the creature's identity. Let me say clearly, I do not deny the possibility of a great sea serpent or other large creatures unknown to science. Nor am I inclined to dismiss what others have witnessed simply because I have not. As the saying goes, seeing is believing, and it is unreasonable to tell someone, in effect, not to trust their own eyes. It is presumptuous to imply that one knows better than the eyewitness what was seen. And yet, I must assert, reluctantly, respectfully, but firmly, that these reliable witnesses misinterpreted what they observed. Their eyes did not deceive them, nor were their words untrue. Rather, their imaginations led them astray due to preconceived ideas. I make this claim not out of arrogance, but because we now hold a key to the mystery that Archdeacon Deanbolt and his neighbors did not possess, an explanation only discovered in recent years. The movements and appearance of their sea monster closely match those of a creature we now know well, the giant squid or calamari. It is likely this animal, long present in Scandinavian seas and fjords, gave rise to tales of the Kraken. It's important to recall that until 1873, even after the Allecton incident in 1861, a cuttlefish measuring 50 or 60 feet in length was regarded as a myth, like the sea serpent. Belief in either brought ridicule. But in 1873, even larger specimens were found off Newfoundland, and parts of them preserved in museums silenced skeptics and intrigued scientists. When Archdeacon Deanbolt published Lund's account in 1846, neither he nor the witnesses knew of such a creature. They had no concept of it, nor the benefit we now enjoy in England of observing these unusual mollusks in large seawater tanks. Had they seen such a creature in an aquarium, they might have realized their serpent was, in fact, a giant squid. When swimming, squid propel themselves backward by ejecting water through a tube, causing the tail to move ahead of the rest of the body. This tail tapers to a blunt point and, a short distance from the end, has two flat fins, one on each side, giving it a shape resembling a government broad arrow. These squids, often found in abundance, tend to swim on calm seas during hot weather. Their arrow-like tail may rise 3 feet or more above the water and, moving rapidly ahead, can easily be mistaken for a head by someone unfamiliar with animals that swim backward. This head can appear differently depending on the angle at which the fins are seen. The long, tubular body may resemble a neck. The trailing arms, with coiled, hidden tentacles, look like a mane. The undulating movement mimics serpentine motion. The stream of water expelled from the locomotor tube creates a swirling wake, which may appear to be an extension of the body. The eyes are large and prominent, and the skin changes color, brown, purple, pink, or gray, depending on the creature's level of excitement and pigment circulation. Here, then, we find the long marine animal with 2 fins near the head, the boiling water, and all the other elements of the classic sea serpent, explained by nature, not fantasy.